your bite-sized daily roundup of the biggest news from the world of film. This is The Daily Reel with Van Connor.
Good morning, it's Tuesday, February the 2nd, a day that in previous years gave us the birth of Brett Spiner, Gemma Arterton and Shakira, as well as the theatrical releases of Stanley Kubrick's iconic A Clockwork Orange and one of the first movies ever to use digital color correction, the Coen brothers' Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Meanwhile, here's the news for today in 2021. The GameStop stock drama is getting a movie, with a script from Oscar-winning screenwriter Mark Boal. Boal, whose credits include The Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30, will adapt the still unfolding news story that has rocked the internet for the past couple of weeks. To catch up anyone not in the know, the world of financial trading has been shaken by the Redditors of r/Wall Street Bets, who noticed that stock for America's brick-and-mortar video game store chain GameStop was notoriously undervalued. Moreover, hedge funds had made the business's stock the most shorted in the US. In layman's terms, this means that hedge funds would routinely bet on the price of GameStop's stock falling, and when it did, would rake in the cash. However, said hedge funds and traders had actually shorted over 100% of the company's stock, meaning that if the stock ever went the other way, there'd be serious trouble. So when a gaggle of internet trolls decided to buy up as much GameStop stock as possible, thus creating a market of artificial scarcity that hedge funds couldn't ever buy enough stock to claw their way out of, well, current financial estimates place their losses at over $20 billion. Meanwhile, GameStop stock is up a record 400%, with ordinary folk getting rich in what's been described as the financial equivalent of the French Revolution. Netflix will produce and host the feature film, with To All the Boys I've Loved Before breakout star Noah Centineo attached to the project in what's been described as a major role. Meanwhile, activist, journalist and NYU professor Scott Galloway is in negotiations to consult on the project. Plot details are currently light, but sources close to the feature have stated that the film will utilize the news story to highlight how social media now allows the masses to challenge status quo gatekeepers. No release date has been finalized, but expect the turnaround time on this one to be swift.
I've got one recommendation. Ready? Ready? Sell. Abandoned ship! Does the Hindenburg ring any bells?
Sticking with Netflix, Jenny from the Block is going John Wick. Yes, Jennifer Lopez has been lined up to lead The Mother, about a gifted assassin who is forced out of hiding when the daughter she gave up years prior has her life threatened by dangerous men. Nikki Caro, who helmed Disney's controversial live-action remake of Mulan, will direct the project from a screenplay by Lovecraft Country creator Misha Green, who you may remember signed on to write and direct Tomb Raider 2 last week. J-Lo, meanwhile, can next be seen starring opposite Owen Wilson in Universal's music-themed romantic comedy Marry Me, out on the 18th of June.
So how do you win? How?
I attack.
And what do you do after you attack?
Nothing.
Why nothing?
Because I never stop attacking.
And finally, the British Independent Film Awards have set a date and have announced that Tom Felton is due to host. Felton, best known for playing Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter series, has said that he's delighted to be hosting what's been described as a fun and freewheeling 45-minute program. This year's ceremony will be entirely digital, held as a live stream on Biffa's Facebook page. Nominations came out back in December, with religiously tinged horror tale St. Maud dominating proceedings with a record 17 nominations. The ceremony will be held on the 18th of February at 8 p.m. UK time.
It's true then, what they're saying on the train. Harry Potter has come to Hogwarts.
Harry Potter.
This is Crabbe and Goyle, and I'm Malfoy. Draco Malfoy.
Joshua Tree Terror Tale Headcount arrives today on Shudder, while movie subscribers are treated to Meeting the Man, James Baldwin in Paris as the daily addition to the curated platform. On 5 today, you can see the modern classic rom-com The Proposal. Waterworld and Mad Max 2 The Road Warrior are showing on ITV4. Deadpool 2's on 4/7. You can catch The Imitation Game Red and Moonlight on Film 4. And Sony Movies are showing Vice Versa and Krull. The Sky Cinema and Now TV premiere for today is the Houston riot drama, The 24th. This has been the Daily Reel for Tuesday, February 2nd. Keep it cinematic. See you tomorrow.
The Daily Reel is a Candy Store production, presented by Van Connor and written by Calvin Prickett. All information is correct at the time of writing, and source links are in the description for each episode. Don't forget to rate, review and subscribe on all good podcast platforms, or ask Alexa to install the Daily Reel skill for your morning flash briefing. Follow the show on social at Daily Reel Pod, and we'll be back every weekday. Until then, keep it cinematic.